Hi, I'm Dr. Hussein Musa,
I'm Dr. Adatone Musa.
and this is Healing Talks with Kingdom Docs.
Visit us at kingdomdocs.com to make an appointment with me, a neurologist, or with Dr. Hussein Musa, a pain doctor. You can also find out more about our medical ministry at the Kingdom Healthcare System and donate.
We're going to continue discussing rest. We're going to read the verse that's been in our spirit.
Yeah, so that's Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light.
This really stands out to me is the burden. We carry so many types of burdens in life, and God is telling us to lay that burden down, to give it to Him, and we can find rest for our soul. And some of the burdens that we see as healthcare providers, it can be mental burdens that you can be dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. There can be something that just shifted in your life and you can't function the way that you used to. And that is a burden, and it affects everything that you do. If you carry a burden long enough, especially a mental burden, it's unseen, but it's a pressure that weighs on you, you'll start to see physical manifestations. Your sleep cycle is off. You may lose your hair. Your mood starts to change. You become more irritable. And a lot of times, as a pain doctor, patients come to me because they have a burden of pain. It's unseen, it's unexperienced by anybody else, but yet that pain is real for the person experiencing it and becomes a burden that affects every aspect of their life. And yes, as a pain doctor, I do everything that I can to help these patients. But God is saying, come to me. And I believe that God can still heal us, that He wants us to bring our burdens, every type, mental and physical, to Him, and He can give rest for our souls. So I believe part of the healing process is to come to Jesus and that He can do amazing things.
Wow, that gives so much hope. Again, I'm Dr. Adatone Musa.
I'm Dr. Hussein Musa.
This is Healing Talks with Kingdom Docs.
Please visit us at kingdomdocs.com to learn more about our private practice, our medical ministry where you can donate, or if you like this, you can download even more episodes at kingdomdocs.com.
So yes, being able to understand that you don't have to bear all these burdens. It may even release some guilt, right? There are at least some examples that I can think of, like for instance, the burden of being a doctor and taking care of patients and getting it perfectly right at all times. Is that even reasonable?
And that's what medical education, and it helps you get through, because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn. It's called the practice of medicine, not the perfection of medicine, the practice of medicine. We grow through research, we grow through mistakes, unfortunately, but you have to move forward. And if you've made a medical error, intentionally or unintentionally, that burden, that guilt can be crushing, and it can prevent you from doing your work, from practicing medicine, for doing what needs to get done to help other people.
Exactly. Or even with parenting, this can really apply to anything. I think the burden and the guilt is not something that is our portion. There's no condemnation in those that are in Christ Jesus. And we thank God that His burden is easy and His yoke is light.
There's just no better way to live life than to live with Christ as your standard, to live with his burden. And His burden is to be a co-laborer with Him,
Right.
to live as Christ. And if we live and follow His example, we know that we're in a good place. We don't have to carry it alone. We don't have to be burdened by our mistakes or bad things that happen to us, or even bad things that we've done, that God has covered over it, and we can have freedom from that guilt, from that burden, from any mistake.
I think this deserves another discussion the next time we're going to delve more into mistakes and how God redeems them.
Oh, I like it. Well, I'm Dr. Hussein Musa.
I'm Dr. Adatone Musa.
And this is Healing Talks with Kingdom Docs.
Visit us at kingdomdocs.com to learn more about our nonprofit medical ministry, to donate, or to make an appointment with either of us.
God